The desert had never lied to Kael before. That morning, it did. Long before borders became lines and kingdoms learned to name themselves, there roamed a nomadic tribe known as the Sandwalkers, people of wind, memory, and long paths. They carried no maps, only stories. Every dune, every ridge, every dry riverbed lived on through memory. Among them lived Kael, a young man who had inherited his father's role as keeper of the paths. The Sandwalkers didn't call it map-making. They simply said, Kael carries the way. His duty was not to draw routes, but to remember them, to hold the invisible threads passed down through generations. The old paths had kept the tribe alive for centuries. Trusting them was not tradition, it was survival. Kael had never questioned those paths, perhaps because questioning them felt dangerous. At dawn one day, as the caravan prepared to move, the horizon darkened. A storm rose suddenly, rolling across the desert like a waking beast. Winds screamed for hours, tearing at the land, reshaping it without mercy. When silence finally returned, the desert felt unfamiliar. Kael climbed a ridge to read the land. What he saw stopped him cold. A canyon cut across the desert, deep, jagged, breathing heat like a living furnace, massive, impossible to ignore, and yet it existed on no memory path, in no story, in no teaching passed down before him. Kael's chest tightened. Canyons don't appear in a single storm, he whispered. That night, the tribe gathered around the fire, arguing whether to turn back or press on. Kael sat apart, silent. If he was wrong, if he led them astray, he wouldn't just lose their trust, his father's legacy, everything. Old Mara, the tribe's storyteller, sat beside him. "You look like a man split in two," she said. Kael hesitated. "This canyon shouldn't exist. My father walked this route, his father before him. If they never spoke of it, then it means they never saw it," Mara said gently. "But how could they not?" Kael replied. "It's enormous." Mara stirred the fire. Sparks rose into the night. "Do you remember the story of the elephant? When the elephant was young, small and trembling, men tied its leg with a thick rope to a stake in the ground. Day after day it pulled and fought until it could no longer stand. The rope held. Eventually, something broke inside the elephant. Not the rope, but the belief that escape was possible. Years passed. The elephant grew enormous, powerful enough to tear trees from the earth. But by then, they no longer needed the rope. They tied him with a thin thread, so fragile a child could snap it. And yet, he never tried. Mara turned to Kael. "The elephant was not imprisoned by the thread," she said. "He was imprisoned by memory." That night, Kael could not sleep. He walked alone to the canyon's edge. From below rose a scent the desert never carried, cool, earthy, alive. By dawn, the council had decided they would return to the old path. "The old ways have kept us alive," the elders said. "The old ways do not change." Kael felt something settle inside him. Not rebellion, clarity. Maybe the canyon wasn't new. Maybe no one had ever believed the desert could be different. Before the caravan moved, Kael took his staff and stepped toward the canyon alone. Murmurs followed him, but no one stopped him. The descent was brutal. Sharp rocks tore at his sandals. Heat pressed against him like judgment. But deeper down, the air shifted, cooler, softer. Then he saw it. A thin stream of water flowing between stones, green plants clinging to life. A hidden sanctuary. Kael fell to his knees and drank. The water tasted ancient. When he climbed back out, the tribe was still there, watching. When they saw the wet shimmer on his clothes, understanding spread without words. "There is water," Kael said quietly. "Enough for us all." The silence that followed was not fear, but awakening. Mara stepped forward and touched his arm.
you saw what the rest of us forgot how to see." That day, the Sandwalkers followed Kael into the canyon. In time, they built a new life around the hidden stream on a path that had never existed until someone questioned why it wasn't supposed to. From then on, when they taught their children the memory paths, they ended with Kael's lesson. A map can guide you, but belief can trap you. And on quiet nights, when the fires burned low, Mara still told the story of the elephant, not bound by rope, but by a belief it had never questioned, and of the man who understood that the greatest limits are the ones we inherit without noticing. Sometimes the answer isn't reaching further, it's changing how you think. And that's something that doesn't belong only in ancient deserts or old stories told by firelight, but in the world we wake up to every day.